100th video. So it's been 100 videos and I just can't believe it. And I think it's important to celebrate these little moments. And so I'm sharing with you the 10 lessons I've learned from making 100 videos. So let's dive straight into it. Lesson number 1 is just start. You don't need any fancy equipment. Start with what you have. And for me, the first few, actually most of the videos that I made using this, my iPhone. It sits in your pocket all the time, and that's all you need nowadays to start making your videos. The one piece of advice I'd say is invest in a good quality microphone if you're going to invest in anything, because most of us are willing to watch a low quality video as long as the audio is clear. The second lesson I learned is to create mini milestones. So creating something like a YouTube channel can seem extremely daunting. There's so much work to do. There's so many different videos you have to build in order to be successful in any platform. And so by breaking your goal into smaller mini milestones, it becomes a lot more achievable. So for myself, my first mini goal was to make one video, which was the hardest thing, is to get started. Once I made the first video, I was like, okay, that wasn't too bad. And then it was starting to build a consistent role of making videos more often. So it went from one video to one video a month to eventually one video a week. Lesson number 3 is plan. I always thought you could just turn on the camera and just start talking and all your amazing thoughts and ideas would just flow out and it would be perfect. But the reality is you sit in front of the camera and suddenly all these random thoughts start bombarding their way in and you're talking nonsense in 5 minutes. So plan, make a list, write out the details of your talk, ensure you have key points. You can be as granular or as loose as you want, so long as you have the key points that you can follow along to ensure that you're not rambling on. Lesson number 4 is the formula to making great videos. It involves 4 H's and 3 F's. The 4 H's are hope, help, heart, and humor. And the 3 F's are facts, feeling, and fun. And if you can incorporate the combination of those 7 elements, you will make amazing videos, especially the 3 F's. If you can incorporate the 3 F's in every single video, your videos are going to be insanely engaging. Lesson number 5 is storytelling. Storytelling is the key to how we as human beings communicate, is how we remember things. And the better you can get at storytelling, the better your videos are going to be. And so the key to storytelling is understanding what is the point of your video. Why are you making it? And so if you start with the end result of here's what I want the person to take away when they're done watching the video, then you can walk your way backwards and build it out so that it makes the most amount of impact and leaves the greatest value. Number 6 is show, don't tell. The big trap when creating videos on YouTube is they can all end up being just talking heads, and that can get really boring after a while. And so because it's such a visual medium, it's important to take lots of different B-roll shots to enhance your storytelling so that your audience is going on a visual journey with you, both with the audio and the visual. Number 7 is your videos aren't for everybody. Now, if you think about it, the way you talk to, say, your boss or your friends or a colleague or your partner, it's all going to be different. And the types of topics you choose to talk to them about are going to be different too. And so if you can hone in on that one person that you're having a personal conversation with about those certain topics, you will be a lot more impactful and intentional with your videos. So take the time to find who your key audience is, who will most benefit from the value and knowledge that you can share. Number 9 is done is better than perfect. And it took me a long time to get this. In fact, I didn't start my YouTube channel for many years because I was afraid that my production value would not match the ideas that I had. And so that prevented me from even starting. But the truth is, if you have something of value to share, if you have knowledge that can help somebody else, that knowledge is much more impactful to that person than your video production. And so if you can focus in on the value first and learn to curate that knowledge that will be most impactful and continue to create the videos, then your ability, your craft will catch up to your value. And number 10 is keep at it, because growth takes time. And man, it was really frustrating when the first few videos, I would post it and there'd be like 1 or 2 views, sometimes only 5 views, sometimes no views. And you go through this cycle thinking, oh, I spent all this time making this video and nobody's even watching it. This is where it's important to understand what your motivation for making that video is. If you look at all the big, great YouTubers out there, like Peter McKinnon or Mr. Beast or any of these other YouTubers, and you watch their story from when they started out, most of them took years and years before their channel took off. It was a slow, steady, consistent work at their craft until they hit the right audience for them. They hit the right topics for them, and then things started to spiral from that place. So those are my 10 lessons after 100 videos. I do hope you found them helpful. If you're starting a new channel, know that you're not alone. Others of us have been through it. Feel free to reach out and have a chat if you want to know more. Other than that, be true, be you, stay fruitful.
Thanks for watching.